let's see how I can adjust this so that it doesn't keep making that noise. Okay. And then the equivalency dose is 2 milligrams. So we know that 2 milligrams of pitavastatin will equal certain milligrams of another drug, which will equal certain of another drug. So we're going to go through that right now. Now, what about rosuvastatin? What's the brand name?
I don't know.
Crestor, yep. Max dose is 40 milligrams. And then the equal dose or the equivalent dose is 5 milligrams. So 2 milligrams of pitavastatin equals to 5 milligrams of rosuvastatin. Next up, atorvastatin. Brand name is Lipitor. Max dose, 80 milligrams. And the equivalent dose is 10 milligrams. So 2 milligrams pitavastatin equals 5 milligrams of rosuvastatin, which equals 10 milligrams of atorvastatin. That also means that 2 milligrams of pitavastatin equals 10 milligrams of atorvastatin. You get the picture. Okay. Next up, simvastatin. Brand name is Zocor or Zocor. Max dose is 40 milligrams. Now remember, clinically, we don't necessarily, what dose do we not clinically use because of increased side effects?
80 milligrams.
Right, 80 milligrams. Let's see, where am I? And then the equal dose or the equivalent dose is 20 milligrams. Next up, pravastatin. Brand name is Prevacor. Max dose is 80. And then the equivalent dose is 40. Next up, we have lovastatin. So there's a few brand names for lovastatin. We have Altacor. We have Altaprex. We have Altaprev. And then we have, Mevacor.
Dr. Addassi?
Yeah.
On the pravastatin, I think the brand name is Pravachol. Pravachol? I don't know if there's another.
There's probably another one. Let me double check. Prevacor. Yeah. Let me double check. You might be right. It might just be I might have written Prevacol, but my handwriting does not cooperate with me quite often, so I do apologize. Actually, yeah, no, you are right. Thank you for that. I am sorry. I am human at the end of the day. I do apologize. So it is
okay. Prevacol.
Prevacol.
Prevachol.
Let me do, where am I? Now I'm confused. Now I'm confusing myself because sometimes if it makes a difference, I got 3 hours of sleep last night. Prevacol. There it is. Okay. Thank you for that. I apologize. I hope I didn't confuse everyone. Okay. Where am I? Okay. And then, yeah. Okay. So Prevacol. I don't know why I have Prevacor on mine. I don't know. I probably was like half asleep when I wrote this. Okay. So, lovastatin. Actually, let me erase this line because it's probably going to interrupt the flow of things. Okay, so max dose for lovastatin is 80 milligrams. And then the equivalent dose is also 40 milligrams. Now, last one, fluvastatin. Less call. 80 milligrams for the max dose, and then the equivalent dose is also 80 milligrams. All right. Any questions so far? Pretty straightforward. So on Naplex, they will probably ask you, they may ask you, I think I had a couple of questions about equivalent dosing. So that's, low-hanging fruit, as they call it. Okay. So there are a couple of combination meds that have statins in them. What is in Caduat? Does anybody know?
Amlodipine and atorvastatin?
Yep. Amlodipine plus atorvastatin. And then we also have Viatorin. That's an O. Oh my God. It's disgusting. Okay. God, that is an ugly O. I'm sorry. Viatorin. Okay. Viatorin is simvastatin plus ezetimibe. Nope, that's not right. God, my brain is not working right now. Let's see. There you go. So simvastatin plus. Sorry?
The spelling on that one is also incorrect. It should be Vytorin.
For
Vytorin, VY.
Oh, VY, sorry.
That's okay. It wasn't coming up as VIA. I was looking it up.
Thank you.
No problem.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. All right. Any questions thus far? Let's see. Okay, so all right, so next let's talk about niacin. So what's a very common side effect for niacin?
Flushing.
Flushing. Now, what do we give to treat flushing? To treat niacin flushing?
Aspirin.
Okay, what dose?
325 milligrams.
Right. So we give aspirin, 325 milligrams. Niacin can also have some GI issues. So it's usually recommended to take it with food. Niacin can also increase uric acid, which is a problem in what condition?
Gout.
Gout. Now, niacin also causes myopathy. Now, what did we say niacin does to blood sugar?
Increase.
Right, increases blood glucose just like statins. And also niacin or the niacin group, there's a few of them which we'll go over right now. Niacins in general are hepatic drugs. So that means we want to monitor LFTs. Okay. So let's go into the different niacin medications. So we have immediate release niacins, right? This is your Nicor, Nicolar, and nicotinic acid. Your IR niacins are the ones that are going to cause the most flushing. These are also prescription, so they're prescription only. And then the max dose is 6 grams. All right. Next, we have our sustained release niacin. Brand name is slow niacin. Very original. Your SR is actually the over-the-counter formulation. Now your SR formulation, so we know the IR formulation has the most flushing. The SR formulation has the most hepatotoxicity. All right. And then last one is our extended release, which is Niaspan. And this one is prescription only. One thing that I forgot to mention, niacin is also known as vitamin. Does anyone know?
B3.
B3. Yes, exactly. So, to kind of tie that in, let's go over the different vitamin Bs. So we have B1. What's B1?
Thiamine.
Thiamine. What about B2?
Riboflavin.
Riboflavin.
Right. Is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay. B3 we said was niacin. Okay, how about B6?
Pyridoxine.
Yep. What about B9?
Folic acid.
Right, folic acid. And then B12.
Cyanocobalamin.
What was that?
Cyanocobalamin.
Yes. It's a long one, so I'll write it down here. cobalamin. All right. Okay. Now, let us jump. Now, let me see. I just want to make sure that we're going to cover everything. Okay. So, next we have our gemfibrozole. Brand name is Lopid. Okay. What we need to know about Lopid, it is a renal and hepatic drug. So we have to worry about serum creatinine, and we also have to worry about LFTs. It's usually dosed at 600 milligrams PO BID. And you usually take it on an empty stomach. Okay. Now, do we take gemfibrozole with a statin?
Should not be.
No.
No. Right, so no statin. Okay. Now we have fenofibrate. That's an R. That's an ugly R. I apologize. Okay. Now fenofibrate has a decent amount of brand names. I won't tell you all of them because some of them you won't. They're not really super common. You have Tricor. You have Triplex. You have Fibricor. And you have Antera. So, just like gemfibrozole, these are renal and hepatic drugs. They also cause, fenofibrate also causes gallbladder stones. So if a patient has a history of gallbladder stones, for example, you probably don't want to use this medication. And fenofibrate actually also increases the chance of a DVT. All right. Any questions?
Dr. Addassi, quick question.
Yeah.
Do all of the fibrates increase your chance of DVT, or is it just specifically the fenofibrate?
Gemfibrozole will increase it a little bit, but like fenofibrate is kind of like the most. It's like more common with fenofibrate. Like
Okay,
it's more
thank you.
it's more of a pertinent issue with fenofibrate than gemfibrozole.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Okay. Now let's go into our bile acid sequestrants. That's supposed to be an R. Okay. Now, I will probably misspell something here, so bear with me. So, first one is our cholestyramine. Cholestyramine. Oh, I think that's right. Awesome. Okay. Brand names, quextran, and Pravlite. I want to see if there's an A there. Okay. That's supposed to be an E. I knew it looked weird. Pravlite. Increases your triglycerides. And these are actually very well known to cause constipation. Okay. Second one, I don't know why I put a line there. Second we have is cholesterol. Brand name, Cholestid. So what's pertinent about this one is it's a huge absorber of your fat-soluble vitamins. So you want to make sure with this one to separate with anything, with vitamins, antibiotics, anything like that to not cause any issues with absorption and interactions and all that. And then the last one is Welchol. Where have we seen Welchol before?
Diabetes.
Right, diabetes. And then what's also good about this drug is that it could be used in pregnancy. All right. Okay, so we just have a couple more things to go. I know you guys have lunch is at noon, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll get you out by then. I'm not gonna miss your guys' lunch. So fish oil. So there is a few brand names for fish oil. So we have Lovaza. I can't remember if it's 2 Z's or 1.
1.
Yeah, it's 1 Z. Lovaza. Nope. That is an ugly E. Epanova. Vesipa. And Omtri. Oh my god, that was disgusting. Let's do that again. Omtri G. Okay. So we know for fish oil, it helps decrease triglycerides. Right? Now, Vesipa and Omtri G, both of these you actually need to take with food. Now, what's a common side effect of fish oil?
Burping.
Right, burping, that fishy taste. How do you get rid of that?
Can't you put it in the fridge?
Yeah, you can put, the supplements in the fridge or the freezer. Basically, cooler temperatures will help get rid of that. Okay. All right. Now, last thing are PCSK9 inhibitors. So when I was in pharmacy school, these were still fairly new, and so we didn't learn much about them, but they're actually starting to be a lot more common in practice. I haven't seen them in practice only because I've only worked in like low income clinics and stuff. So obviously nobody's gonna. But then I've actually had some of my students, or some of you guys actually, tell me that they've actually dispensed these a couple of times. So they're actually quite important. So first one, alirocumab. Brand name is, now I can't read my own handwriting. Jeez, it's really awful.
Praluent.
Yep. Praluent. Second one is evolocumab. What's the brand name for this one?
Repata.
Repatha. Okay. So we know these are sub-Q medications, usually dosed every 2 weeks. These have to be refrigerated. Before administration, you want to tell your patient to leave it out in room temperature for 30 minutes. And then you also never want to shake these. Any questions? Questions, comments, concerns?
No, thank you.
Okay. Let me go over one more thing really quickly. So, now for cholestyramine, right? Where was it? Here it was. For cholestyramine, okay? So it's used for cholesterol. It's used for dyslipidemia. Now, how am I gonna word this? What medication do we use cholestyramine to kind of help wash out that medication from our bodies?
Leflunomide?
Right, leflunomide. So we have leflunomide. Now, leflunomide, brand name is Arava. This is a rheumatoid arthritis medication. Okay? We also have its cousin, teriflunomide. Brand name for this one is Aubagio. Nope, that's an I. Aubagio. This is an MS drug. So these two medications are extremely, extremely, extremely harmful. They're extremely teratogenic. So if a patient has been on this and stopped, they cannot be pregnant for 2 years. No pregnant 2 years. However, if they want to get pregnant sooner than that, they can use cholestyramine to wash out the drug so that it'd be safe for the patient to get pregnant. Okay, so the dosing for the washout is 8 grams 3 times a day, PO, so they just take the pill for 11 days. Okay, so instead of waiting 2 years, they just have to wait 11 days, take cholestyramine, and then it'll be safe for the patient to get pregnant. Okay? Any last minute questions? I know this was probably a little rushed. I didn't have that much time, so I do apologize. But you all have here, I'll write my email in the chat box. If anyone has any questions on anything, please feel free to email me. If there's something, even if it's not dyslipidemia related. If anyone has any questions on anything, please feel free to let me know. Any feedback is greatly appreciated. And if there are no questions, you're all free to go. So please enjoy your lunch and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Addassi.
Anytime.